Guys, welcome back to my channel. By the title of this video, you would know that I'm making a video that I should have made a long time ago, mostly because I've gotten a lot of questions about it. And today I am making the how I film and edit my videos video, where I'm basically just gonna tell you what I use and how I use it to film my videos. And so yeah, let's get started. I have a list on my phone of like what I need to talk about and when I need to talk about it. So if I'm looking down at my phone at any point in time, it's because I'm looking at the list that I have written down. So yeah, let's actually get started this time. First up is what camera do I use, and I use the Canon T6i. It's a part of the Rebel series. It's actually my only camera other than my phone, which I've used sometimes, which there's no problem in using that. A lot of people use their iPhones to make main channel videos and vlogs, and whatever the case, I use my iPhone for like secondary cameras. Like say I'm filming a DIY, I would have like one main camera and my iPhone as a second camera. If you've seen some of my videos before, like my last slime video, you would know that I used my phone for one angle and my main camera for my main camera. Obviously there are other cameras out there. You know, there's the Canon 70D, there's the Canon 80D, which just came out recently. There's a Canon 5D Mark IV, I think. You know, obviously those are gonna have better quality. Just I've heard that the 80D has better autofocus than the 70D and all the ones before that. But you know, I don't have it myself, so I'm just going off of like other reviews and stuff. But yeah, basically I have the Canon T6i. I got it in that set thing. I'll put a link to it down below and I'll show it right here. It comes in a set. It comes with the camera, the lens, the microphone, and an SD card. Lighting. So the lighting that I use, okay, so first off, let me tell you, I have a Diva ring light. I'll put a picture of it right here and I'll leave a link down below. But I have a Diva ring light Supernova. The Supernova just means that it's dimmable. A Diva ring light is just like, it's literally just like a light in the form of a circle, and I put it behind my camera setup. So I'm here, my camera's right in front of me, and then the Diva ring light is behind the camera. That's usually how I set it up, and I put it on the lowest setting. If I'm doing a setup like this where my lights are on and I'm using the Diva ring light, it's on the lowest setting. But for videos like my last video, the slime video, you can go check it out after. I'll put like a card right here if you want to watch it. Basically, if you're doing a video where the setup is like that, my lights are off and the Diva ring light is like halfway, so it's never all the way like turned like up, because I just think that's too harsh and I just don't like how that looks sometimes. Basically right now, however, I just have my Diva ring light, which is turned to the lowest setting, and in my room I have studio lights. It's like a mixture between studio lights and regular room lights. I'll insert like a clip of it here, but it's like half of my room, and basically just like you can turn them and aim the light to wherever you want it to be. So wherever I'm filming, I just have it like turned towards my direction, I guess. Another thing that's important is the bulb that you're using in your lights. So my Diva ring light originally comes with a fluorescent white light, which means that usually bulbs have this yellowish orange tint to it, and I just don't really like how that looks in videos, but that's up to you. Basically what I did is that all the lights in my room I switched out for fluorescent white bulb. It just cuts out the yellowish tint that they can bring into your videos, and yeah, that's it for lighting. The next thing is my microphone. This is not a really big part of my explanation. I have a Rode VideoMic Go, not Rode VideoMic Pro, because there is a microphone called Rode VideoMic Pro, which a lot of people use. I may or may not buy that. The Pro looks like this, the Go looks like this. I have the Go, which is like a mini version to the Pro. The Pro you have to charge, I think, and it has different options as to like sound quality and stuff like that. And the Go, you just plug it into your camera and you go. You start filming or speaking or whatever you're doing. The next very important topic is lens. The lens that I use for most of my videos is a 30mm 1.4 lens. The aperture is really low, meaning that my background is gonna be a lot blurrier. So that painting thing, abstract, whatever, let's not get into that. It's gonna be a lot blurrier than me because my aperture is really low. And yeah, basically most lenses with a low aperture have a blurry background and a in focus subject, which is me. The thing that I want to make clear is that your lens can be a lot more important than your actual camera. Yes, they can go hand in hand, but I would also rather you make a large investment in your lens rather than your camera, because your lens can make a huge difference in your videos. You can have great quality with your camera, but if it's not the exact look that you want, you're gonna end up having to spend a lot more money on your lens. So I would honestly rather buy, like, you know, a kind of expensive but not too expensive DSLR. You can also get just the body, which means that it doesn't come with the lens, and you could spend the rest of your money on a lens that you want, but make sure you look into it so you know that the lens is going to give you the look that you want for your video. I mostly use my 30mm 1.4 for my videos, but I also have the 18-25, which is the kit lens, and I also have a 50mm, which I do not use for videos at all because I just don't like the autofocus. It's great for photos though, it's great for portraits, or just like, I would say landscapes, but you know, it's not the best lens for landscapes, but it's really nice for portraits. So if you're also into photography, a 50mm is a cheap option. I think it's like $125, but the 30mm to 1.4 lens is, right when I look it up, it's currently about $500 right now at B&H. B&H is one of my favorite stores, by the way. I either get all of my camera equipment from Amazon, B&H, or Best Buy. It's most of the time Amazon or B&H because Best Buy has like limited options sometimes. You can also get it used at Amazon. Sometimes B&H also has used products. So yeah, just make sure that you're serious about getting a new lens before you actually spend your money on it. I know you can always return it, but still, it's, you know, just make sure you want it before you actually buy it. Okay, how I edit my videos. When I first started making videos, I used iMovie. Actually, I've been making videos for like my entire life. I started making videos like when I was like 5 or 6. Okay, when I started making YouTube videos, basically I used iMovie. iMovie is a great piece of software, honestly, but you know, if you're making YouTube videos, it kind of limits you as to what you can do. So for that reason, I use Final Cut Pro. But here's what I will say about using Final Cut Pro. I really do suggest that you get used to iMovie before moving to Final Cut Pro. Trust me when I say this, I know that if you like watched other videos like this one that you're watching right now, you would hear people say, do not start off with Final Cut Pro because you will be so confused. Basically, if you're going to use any high-class editing software, just prepare yourself or like watch a lot of tutorials like I did, and just, you know, just teach yourself. I feel like the best way to do it is to teach yourself, because then you have like your own way of editing and you find your own editing style, and it's just, yeah. Oh, also the price, iMovie is free, however, Final Cut Pro goes for $300 in the App Store right now. I know people who like some way found some like way to get it for free, but you know, I don't know. So once again, you have to be really, really positive that you want to purchase this, because once you purchase it, that $300, and you can do a lot more with $300 than buying an app. Just think about it before you do it. It's also a lot cheaper than it was before. Final Cut Pro used to be $1,000. $1,000 for editing software. That's kind of believable. But at the same time, it went from $1,000 to $300. I keep on forgetting to mention things, but the difference between iMovie and Final Cut Pro is that it's kind of little like minor things that a lot of people won't like notice. But the thing is that you can do a lot more in Final Cut Pro. Like you can add bars here or bars here. You can add as many overlays. You can add different effects such as this wavy one or this one. You can add pixelation to different things. And yeah, you can just do a lot more with Final Cut Pro. Also, the transitions and cuts are a lot smoother, but you know, if you're not really used to editing, you're not gonna notice those things at all. The next topic that I'm going to talk about is background music. And I've had a few questions about my background music. Basically, be careful with your background music, because music in YouTube videos can become very complicated, especially because YouTube updated their like terms and regulations, especially to music, and copyright has become so serious on YouTube. It has this thing where you can go and check to see whether the song that you want to use is copyrighted or not. But you also have to be careful with that, because those rules and regulations can change at any time. So say you want to use some random Beyonce song and you put that in your video because at the time it was like, yeah, use this song in your video. It's just that you can't monetize it or whatever, which is usually the case. But like a few months down the line, Beyonce could say, you know what, I don't want any of my music in other people's YouTube videos, and therefore your video is going to be taken down because it's not up to you, it's up to Beyonce and her managers, and what they say is allowed and what they say is not allowed. And so basically, unless you change the music and re-upload the video, which a lot of people don't want to do because it was uploaded at a certain time for a reason most likely, and so you know your video is going to be taken down for something that is out of your control, unless you just don't use copyrighted music. There's a lot of artists on SoundCloud that allow other creators to use their music in videos, like just anything that they do on their own. All you have to do is give them credit down below in the description or like wherever you're using it. There's also a Mac software called GarageBand, which is what I use personally to make my background music. You can import clips of different sounds and like beats, and you can just put them together, loop them a whole bunch of times, and make your background music. It's really versatile, and Apple says that you are allowed to use it in the background of your videos. However, you are not allowed to sell individual clips as your own. Basically, what you cannot do is take one sound, put it up, and say, here guys, this is my song, use it, it's mine, I made it, so there you go, I'm selling it for like $50 if you want it. A lot of people say that if you want to use a song, just find a remix to that song, but honestly, there are some remixes out there that are also copyrighted, believe it or not. Example of an artist, maybe like Major Lazer. Major Lazer makes so many remixes of different songs, yet they are still copyrighted, and so you can't really use them because although it's a remix of another song, the remix is also copyrighted, which is... Stay safe, either make your own music or just be really careful about the music that you use. And so yeah, my background music comes from Majestic Casual. However, they have a list of music that's under the category Majestic Color, which allows other creators to use their music, where I get my outro music. And so yeah, I think that is everything that I wanted to talk about in this video. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. All my social media and stuff are down below if you want to go follow me there. Also, all the products that I mentioned, I will try to link as many of them down below if you want to go check them out or purchase them, or you're looking into buying one of them. And so yeah, I hope this video helped some of you because I know that a few of my subscribers make videos themselves, which is also pretty cool. So yeah, if you guys have any more questions about like how I edit, how I film, anything like that, or you have any other videos that relate to this one, you can just comment them down below. I think that's it for this video. I will see you, the day that you're watching this, which is a Saturday if I do good at editing and uploading on the right day. The day after today, which is Saturday, how many times did I say that? I will be in Mexico, so that's pretty cool. I will try to film as much. If you want to see what I'm doing, you can follow me right here on Snapchat. You can just screenshot this and you will be able to follow me on Snapchat. So make sure you do that. Make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed already. So yeah, see you guys next time. Bye. How many times have I worn this Adidas sweater in my videos? How many times have I worn this Adidas sweater? I feel like I just wear this every day.